Hey guys, welcome to Get Better Project on Saturday, July 23rd. The level 1 workout for today is 3 rounds not for time of 5 push-ups on knees, toes, or against wall, 5 banded overhead press, and rest 1 minute between rounds. Then you rest 5 or more minutes depending on how you're feeling. And then you would do 3 rounds not for time of 20 air squats and 20 alternating lunges. So the not for time means that it's not like you're totally hanging out, sitting around in between sets, but you're just not moving quickly for it. You're not really trying to push that limit of intensity spike. You're focusing on really good movement patterns and just moving methodically through each one of these things. Pretty much straightforward today. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you check out the coaching videos. If you have questions about movement pattern, you can dial that in. It's always good to watch those anyway, because the mirror neurons in our bodies will help us to move better just by watching it. But if you have questions, let me know. Have fun.
For push-ups, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get yourself into the high plank position to start. So hands are gonna be about shoulder width apart. And you're gonna make a straight line from your shoulders down to your ankles. Then from here, you're gonna lower yourself, chest and stomach, all the way down to the ground, and then extend all the way back out till your elbows are locked out. And you're gonna repeat that position up and down while you're doing the push-up. You're gonna have core engagement the whole time, so slightly sucked in the core, and you're going to be moving your shoulders back and chest up and then forward as you press. If you're looking down from or up from above, my elbows are gonna be about halfway in between at my sides and up in my shoulders. And my shoulders are gonna be pressed down to the ground or towards the ground as I am pushing by engaging my lats here. It's gonna keep my shoulders nice and safe. It's gonna keep your shoulders nice and safe. And it's gonna make the movement actually easier for you.
For the dumbbell overhead press, you could use 2 dumbbells or you could use 1 dumbbell depending on what you have available for you. So if you're gonna use 2 dumbbells, you're gonna, again, deadlift the weight up and then jump into the front rack position, then we stand up. So from here, you'll see that I'm gonna push my elbows out to about halfway in between, just pointing straight at you, and then fully at my sides. So it just feels comfortable for me. There's not really a right or a wrong position, I feel like, for this one. Then I have one head rested on my shoulder. From there, I'm gonna squeeze my core and my glutes, and I'm gonna press weight all the way up overhead, and then I'm gonna return it to the start position. And that's as simple as this movement is. If I had too much weight there, I'm just gonna pick up the one weight, and I'm gonna start with the weight in front of me here, and extend that weight up overhead, and return to the start position, and overhead again as my core is engaged. And I'm trying to avoid this position, all right? I'm gonna try and keep myself in a nice tight core position as I'm doing this press, because that is number 1, gonna keep my back nice and safe. Number 2, it's actually gonna transfer force better from my lower body, yes, lower body, even on a press like this, to my upper body, even though it feels like you might not have the range of motion. And what we would suggest is just doing some stretches for your lats and your arms and chest before you get started, in order to give yourself more range of motion. And maybe you still have to work on it a little bit and you don't get all the way up with a straight arm, but I'd rather have you only go to there than go to here or something where you have to tweak your back. For air squats and any other squatting position that you're gonna be doing, you're gonna take your feet into a slightly wider than hip width stance, slightly externally rotated toes. You're gonna initiate the movement by pushing the hips back, pushing the knees to the outside, dropping just below parallel, and then driving through your heels to get back up to the top. So you're going to be looking something like this, and from the side, like this. And what you're gonna try and avoid is having your back round as you get down to the bottom. So if you feel like your back is rounding, you're gonna go down to the point where your back stays flat, and then if you feel it starts rounding, you're just gonna go right back up. So you would just stop yourself in that position. The other thing you can do is push your knees to the outside in order to get yourself into a lower position with a flat back, and push your knees forward. So you start by initiating hips back, hips back, hips back, and then push the knees forward in order to drop yourself down into a lower position. That's totally natural and fine as long as you're pushing your knees to the outside towards your pinky toes. For lunges, you're gonna take a nice big step out, make a 90-degree angle at the front knee, 90-degree at the back knee, weight on the heel of the front foot, and knee pointing in the direction of the pinky toe. Then you're gonna drive up through your heel, and then if it's alternating, you're gonna alternate legs, until you're finished. You can tap your knee on the ground if you have a flat surface or you're feeling comfortable with that, but you don't necessarily have to. You're also thinking about keeping your chest up nice and high as you continue through this movement. That's the workout for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Log your scores and sugar and we'll see you on the next workout.